Bohn here with Philip DeFries, who is scheduled to defend his KSW heavyweight title on Saturday, KSW 74, against Ricardo Prasel. And Phil, I know you are there finally in Poland, but I know it wasn't easy getting there, as I've kind of see you showing on social media. Tell us about the journey to get there for this fight.
Oh, I had a nightmare. So we're picking up in Newcastle. The plane broke down in Amsterdam, so I had to wait 2 hours. So when I got back to Amsterdam, I'd missed my connection flight, so I had to stay in a hotel for a few hours and get a new flight in the morning. But they were like, "Oh, you must come 4 hours beforehand because the Amsterdam airport's crazy at the moment." So I got there 4 hours beforehand, and I had 3 hours sleep. Then got on the new plane. Well, I got there 4 hours early. It wasn't even busy, so I was sitting about doing nothing. Then got the new plane. The new plane broke down. The door wouldn't shut. So I'm glad they got us off it. But got the new plane. It took me 24 hours to get here. Didn't have much sleep. So I've got a bit of a headache now. But I'm happy. I'm here. And I'm cutting weight as well. So I would not be able to eat any of the food, the crappy airport food. So I'm here now. I'm happy. I'm happy now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at least for some heavyweights in that scenario, maybe they wouldn't have to worry about cutting weight, but you do. How much weight do you usually cut for a fight?
Oh, but more and more each time. I keep trying to diet, but I can't be bothered. I think I'll just cut it. So 7 kilograms to lose, but 6 came off really, really easy last time. So I think it'll all fall off tomorrow. So no food at all tomorrow. So hopefully you don't have to do the bath. But even if I do, it'll not be that much.
Right. Yeah. Well, at least you're there now and everything. And obviously a big one for you. Another title defense. I saw KSW post that graphic that not that long ago saying your 7th main event, which is the most for, any non-Polish fighter in the organization. What does that kind of say about how you've been able to resonate with this company and kind of carve out a niche that no non-Pole has really been able to do so far?
Oh, it's been great. I love it out here. Being heavyweight helps as well. I think they love the big guys over here. I think it's a big draw being the heavyweight. So good to be big. Always good to be big.
Yeah. Do you feel is your popularity noticeable there? When you come around, do people kind of see the fact that you've been headlining this many shows, and do you feel like that makes you more popular than a lot of these other guys?
Oh, yeah, it's great. I think in reality, only a lunatic would want to be famous. But over here, I come to Poland, I'm famous a little bit. Oh, hello, yeah, I get my ego boost. I'm famous. They go back home and be able to pop the shop in peace without people bothering you. It's nice. So it is great. But I don't think I could be a full-time famous person.
Yeah, you get a sliver of the good stuff, and you can go back home, right?
Oh yeah, it's nice for the ego and stuff, but imagine not being able to pop to the town or go anywhere without getting it's nice, but I don't know, I'm quite a private person, so it's great to come out here and feed the ego and have a bit "Ooh, look at me, I'm so good," and then get left alone back home with the kids and stuff.
Yeah, fair play. Where do you kind of rate this one? Obviously, you're on a great run right now. You fought some, big names within KSW. Where do you kind of rate this fight with Ricardo? Was this one you wanted? One that was just kind of the next one that made sense in your career and in line? How would you kind of define where this fits into the scheme of your career so far?
Well, I wanted Pudzian. I think Pudzian's number one contender. He's on the 5-fight win streak. Also, he's the money fight and the big eyes fight. Maybe I'm just saying that, to get the fight. But Prasel is great as well. He's a different challenge. He he'll be thinking, "Oh, I'll get taken down. That'll be my strength." And I'm thinking, "Well, I can take you down easy. That's my strength." So one of us is going to be wrong, and it's going to be him. But he doesn't know that yet.
Yeah, right. Is it one of those ones where if it does hit the ground, you want to be the guy on top in this scenario, right?
Well, nearly all the time that's the case. You get these specialists like Ricardo and obviously a better version of him, Paul Craig, who can somehow pull it off, and it is difficult to get used to. But to my advantage, I train with Paul Craig all the time, the best guy in the world at doing this shit. So this is not tricks to me. This is normal life for me. You know what I mean? So I'm used to defending the shit he's going to be going for. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, how important is patience in a scenario fighting a guy like that who might be doing some weird stuff, trying to lure you into some things? Like you said, you've seen it all from Paul Craig, I'm sure, but how much does that help kind of work your patience in and know that if you get in those positions, you're not gonna, panic or make a silly mistake?
Oh, I've got no patience. I'm smash your face in, but I'm I can smash your face in while remaining cool and collected. Just about like hand positioning and watching out for feet and stuff. I've drilled it to bits. But I'm not going to be patient. I'm going to be smashing them in the head every second.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, so like you've been on this great run and everything. Is it just, the goal right now, just keep racking up title defenses? Do you feel like they kind of, maybe in a way owe you a fight like Pudzin, who's like the big name that can draw the big numbers and stuff, like, because you've had all this great success?
Oh, they want the Pudzian fight. I think Pudzian wants loads of money for doing it. I don't blame him. Like why he can get paid a fortune to fight non-ranked guys or like Senegalese wrestlers and stuff. So why fight a guy who's dangerous? And you get the same money elsewhere. So he wants paying, and I'll probably just want a bit extra. So we'll see if it materializes. But I've got nothing but respect for Puds. But it will be a good fun fight.
Yeah, were you surprised when, after his last fight, they brought in Khalidov, and it seems like they're trying to angle for that fight?
Yeah, I mean that. I mean, I'd watch that fight. That's a great fight. I've heard some rumors that the shared teammates or something like the guys they all stick together. They won't fight because they've got the same corner team or something. I don't know. So you got to respect that. It's a lot of. I mean, I certainly would fuck everyone over for a big payday. But these guys are different. I mean, cut them in. I'd cut them in.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's been like almost 10 years since you left the UFC, and it's been pretty much all success for you. Do you look back at those days much, or look across the pond and see what is going on in those heavyweight divisions and Bellator and stuff, or are you just kind of focused on doing your own thing?
Oh, I'm always looking, like me now, well, I would dominate in the UFC. I mean, I would definitely be top 10. I could have a good title run, I know I'm in my hospital and stuff. I do okay with him. I do good with Paul. Like Nick Parker from our gyms has been signed to the UFC, I'm now I've got my head together. It was just that I didn't have the head for it. I like my anxiety totally ruined me bloody life. But I look back and I wasn't happy back then, and I'm happy now. So I had to tread that path to be on this path now. So the goal's been happy. I'm winning.
Yeah, and I mean, do you see yourself with KSW till the end of your career at this point? Obviously, you're the champion. You're on top of the world over there. Is that the goal? Just kind of keep this spot for as long as you can?
Yeah, we'll see. I do like it, and they put on great shows and great events and great fights. It's fantastic being a part of it. But I want like cash, a lot of cash. And you never know. I don't plan to retire anytime soon, so I could do another 10 years. So we'll see where it goes. But for the moment, I'm happy with KSW. And I think they're happy with me. So we'll see what materializes.
Yeah, they treat you good over there.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's like. Not a lot of shows can do this. I know UFC obviously do it, but on a large level to walk out in front of a large sold out crowd and it'd be fantastic. There's not a lot of shows can do that, and these can do it, and it's a great experience, and the promotional work they do is fantastic. It is a fantastic show to be part of.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people, maybe on this side of the world realize how big it is in Poland. KSW is bigger than the UFC in that, part of the world. Like, can you maybe give some insight on what it's actually like there and kind of the popularity of how people view KSW in that part of the world?
Well, I think MMA as a sport is like the third biggest sport in Poland. I think it's the biggest is football, then tennis or something, then MMA, then it's boxing and all the other sports. It's like a big national sport here, and it's and KSW has done a good job to build the sport here. Like if we had KSW in England, I think the profile of MMA in England would have been much larger. They do a great job of building it and presenting it in a manner that's entertaining. So it's great. It's like a big deal over here. Well, back like I get recognised more here than not my hometown because I'm kind of like people know me. But I get recognised loads more here than I do in England. Which is a funny thing.
Yeah, is Ricardo, as far as like a pretty popular guy because of like his career, playing football, soccer for people in this part of the world, Canada and the US. Like, is that something that brings an extra layer to this fight in terms of like the intrigue because of his history in other sports?
Well, he'll definitely bring a new fan base. People think, oh, how's he? And he's done well, from being an elite goalkeeper to come over and have all the success, So he's done really good, So hopefully I have a few eyes watching, but I'm going to kill him now,
All right, man. Well, I think we can leave it at that. It was great catching up with you. I know I'm sure you're tired and jet lagged and all that stuff from making the trip.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can
All
relax.
good, man. Been great speaking, Mike. Cheers, man.
Yeah, have a great night. Appreciate you.